Cfsjs inside the box. The workout's designed for tight times and tight spaces. All of our workouts are designed for a space approximately 8 foot by 10 foot. We should be able to get through all of these in about 25 to 45 minutes, depending on how you pause the videos and how much time you spend at each station. Follow along with us, pay attention. We're going to give you some insight as to how these workouts are actually supposed to be completed. So if you follow along with us, you will get better. All right, so if you have access to a rower or a bike, go ahead and use those. We're looking for about 2 minutes of warm-up, but for the rest of us, we're going to do 10 in-place burpees, just simply stepping back, starting light. Use this as a hip stretch as well. Let's go ahead and jump at the top, slowly starting to build the heart rate up, just getting the blood flowing so that the muscles accommodate. And you're going to go ahead and give me 6 more on. And with that cardio out of the way, let's go ahead and start our basic warm-up. Today is going to be mostly a hip opener from the ground with different variations of butterfly hip openings. We're going to start off on the ground doing a 90-90 each side, trying to keep the non-moving knee as vertical as possible as we push the alternate knee down to the heel. Now, if it doesn't open or close all the way, give it some time, don't press it. Every movement will end up building something for later on. Going next, we're going to go alternating 90-90 each side. This is going to be both knees over and back. And lastly, we're going to go 10 alternating with the hip extension. Rolling over that knee, tightening the glute, pushing the hip forward. We're hitting 10 at each position. If something's taking a little longer or you feel a little stick, go ahead and pause and do one more of these. These hip flow series can help you with squats or any other movement. Today's activation focuses much on the posterior chain. We've got 2 movements, scap Superman and bear rolls to bridge. Starting in the Superman position, as you'll see Coach Devin demonstrate, we're going to activate that Superman hold, pulling those elbows down, driving them forward, and relaxing that. 10 of each of these, each one is its own movement, relax and contract for each movement. On the bear rolls to bridge, starting in a bear, knees hovering slightly off, about an inch, driving that opposite heel up and over the body, keeping the hips pressed up and back and over. We're going to go 10 each side on these for a total of 20. Now remember, a bad bear roll to bridge is still a good activation activity. Let's go ahead and take a few seconds. You're going to do 2 rounds of these, 10 scap Supermans, 10 bear rolls to bridge each side. Take your time. Now with the activation out of the way, we're going to work on our strength. Today we have a lower body core development day. Working on an EMOM, 4 rounds total, we have 4 movements. We're going to go 12 to 15 Cossack squats. Now, these can be challenging unto their own, but maybe as we start to feel okay with it, we can go ahead and add a load. They could start with a light dumbbell or a small odd object, moving up to something heavy. In our second minute, we're going to go a side plank on that same side, and then we're going to repeat for the next 2 minutes on the other side, 12 to 15 Cossack squats on the left, and a 30-second plank on the left as well. There's no rest minute built in, so utilize your transition times well. Again, this is going to be a 16-minute EMOM. Every minute, we're going to do one of these movements. You're going to end up doing each side 4 times through. Let's go ahead and take some time. Let the first 4 movements be the practice. Don't overload. Try to get these things perfect before we add weight. Let's go ahead, set your timer. We've got 16 minutes beginning now. And now for today's WOD. Nacho Libre, a 6-rounder starting off with 3 single-arm dumbbell or kettlebell power cleans, 3 single-arm dumbbell or kettlebell front squats, and 3 single-arm dumbbell or kettlebell push jerks, finishing off with 10 burpees. All of this is going to be done 6 times through. Now, let's watch Coach Devin demonstrate. With the power cleans, we're going to start from the ground, full hip extension, dropping that elbow through, slight dip on the catch, and stand. Because they're only 3, let's challenge the load, challenge the speed, hold a little bit at that bottom position until you feel like it's natural. Moving on, we've got 3 single arm front squats. Ideally, you're going to transition from the power cleans to the front squats. And then before putting the bell down, you're going to go into 3 single arm push jerks. Now again, it's dip, drive, and re-dip. If you'll notice the re-dip here for Devin, letting the hips do all the work on this one. Once you get done with those 9 movements, go ahead and put the bell down. 10 burpees. We've got 6 rounds of this, 3 movements right, 3 movements left. So single arm dumbbell power cleans right, then 3 left, directly into 3 front squats right, 3 front squats left, directly into 3 push jerks right, and 3 push jerks left, finishing off with 10 total burpees. 6 rounds through. This is going to be quite a brutalizer, so let's go ahead, set up our equipment, get our motivation in order, grab your drink of water, and set your timer. Now that our timer is set, let's go ahead and get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.